Hey YouTube, I'm Jess. Welcome to a new video. Today's video is an empties video. I have a great big bag full of stuff here that's getting to the level of being overflowing. So we're gonna go through all the products that I used up in the last few months, maybe 6 months or so, and talk about what I thought of them, give you some little mini reviews, and let you know if I would repurchase them. I'm gonna have all the products that I talk about in the description box down below. And this makeup look that I have on my face right now is one that I just filmed, and that video will be coming soon. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Let's jump right into the video, shall we? I'm just gonna reach in and pull things out randomly and we'll talk about them as they arrive. So the first thing that I have here is a Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream refill. This is the extra large size. I think this is 100 ml. The normal container looks like this and is a 50 ml container. So they were sold out of the 50 ml refill size for months and months. And finally I had to just buy the big one because I needed it for my makeup kit. I can't be without this for my job. So I ended up buying this giant one. Actually, now that I think about it, this is actually three of these. So I filled up this container with Magic Cream. Then I filled up this again, but in my makeup kit. And then I also filled up this old fresh Lotus Youth Preserve that I had gone through. There's Magic Cream in here as well too. So I basically, just bought this giant size, emptied it into as many receptacles as I could. It was great because it's money saving, but I definitely don't need this much Magic Cream at once on a regular basis. It was just like something I had to do at the time. So anyways, 150 ml Magic Cream refill. You guys know how I feel about Magic Cream. We'll just move on. Next up, I have Olaplex. So this is the number 4 Bond Maintenance Shampoo. And I also have in here the number 5 Bond Maintenance Conditioner. So let's talk about Olaplex just for a minute. Olaplex is a bond maintenance product, which means if you bleach your hair, and only if you bleach your hair, you get broken bonds. And Olaplex is meant to repair those bonds, which can bring your hair from frizzy and brittle back down to a nice smooth texture. You should only buy Olaplex if you have bleached hair, first of all. Second of all, I don't know how much I actually loved this in the end. I remember when I first tried it, I wasn't really getting the results that I thought I was gonna get. Then I kind of came to realize that it's not a hydrating shampoo and conditioner. It's a repairing shampoo and conditioner. There is a difference there. I'm used to more hydrating products where when I use it, it makes my hair feel literally like moisturized, and this didn't do that. And so at first I was like, I don't know if I like it. Then when I got about halfway through, so I'd been using it for probably at least a month at that point, I was like, okay, I'm noticing a difference in my hair. My hair definitely felt stronger. It definitely felt smoother. But yeah, I don't know if I would purchase it again because now that my hair is repaired and my hair is stronger, I'm on kind of a hair care journey and I'm not going to be putting as much bleach into my hair anymore. So I don't know if I would need this again. So yeah, if you feel like your hair is in need of some strength and some smoothness and you've bleached it before, then definitely give this a go. But yeah, don't expect it to moisturize and hydrate your hair because it's not going to do that. All right, next up, I have an Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray. You guys know this is my favorite setting spray. It makes your makeup last so long. It makes everything look just like skin. It gets all of the powderiness away and has been a go-to of mine for many, many, many years. So I went through a bottle of that. Another go-to product of mine, something that I'm also always using and going through, is the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. I love this as my second step cleanser. So I go in with a cleansing oil / cleansing balm, depending what I'm using at the time. And then I'll go in with this as my second step to remove any of the residue from that and cleanse my skin. I really love how gentle this is. It makes my skin feel really soft and the price point is right. I love this stuff and I feel like I will continue to buy this for probably the rest of my life. Next up, I have a Body Shop body butter. This is in the mango scent and this is in the original formula. Let's talk about this really quickly. The Body Shop reformulated their body butters, I would say maybe a year ago or so, and people are heated about it. When you go to their website and read their reviews, it's really just people like begging for the old formula back, and I currently have both. So the ones in this packaging have the new formula. The new formula is vegan, which is why they made the change. The old one wasn't. honestly, you guys, I literally have them both right here, same scent, they're both mango. I think that they are almost identical. The biggest difference that I can say is in the initial texture of the product. So when you first touch it, it's a little bit firmer, but as soon as you start to massage it into your skin, it goes right into your skin the same way that it did before. I feel like it smells the same, it feels the same on my skin, it lasts for just as long. For me personally, I have no issue with the reformulation. I feel like, yeah, besides the initial texture of it, it's really the exact same thing. So yeah, I went through a whole body butter in the scent Mango, and I'm working on another one. Mango's not even my favorite scent. I got these both as gifts. It's probably one of my least favorite scents actually, but yeah, I'm almost out of this one too, but still have a little bit of a ways to go on that. Next up, I have a bronzer, so a little bit of makeup. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in shade number 2. This literally took me years to go through, and I had it in my Project 10 pan, which I did kind of end up giving up on. But anyways, this is a really beautiful bronzer. I love the shade of it. It's nice and matte, but it still blends out really easily. And yeah, it's really great. This is a refillable pan, so I'll probably end up keeping this compact so that if I do decide to purchase it again, I can just buy the refill instead of having to buy the whole component. But I really like trying new bronzers, and because I had this one for literally years, I was ready to try something new, so I did go in a different direction after this. But yeah, I would buy this again, so I'll keep this packaging. Next up, I have another one of my favorite products, guys. This is the Isentry Spot Saver. It's a mugwort ampoule. So this is the very first step in my skincare. It's got a little dropper here, and the consistency of it is almost like water. So it's super, super lightweight, which means it's the first step in my skincare routine. When you're applying your skincare, you want to apply things in order of thickness. An essence first, then an ampoule, then a serum, then a moisturizer. I love this stuff. It's just the perfect first step. When I sit down to do my skincare, it just feels so refreshing. It feels so calming. Mugwort is really good for redness and inflammation. Also, a lot of other skincare products sink in and work better if you're applying them to damp skin. So this is a great way to dampen the skin before I go in with my vitamin C serum, for example. That will work better if I have this on first. So really, really great product. I bought 4 more of them in order to get free shipping. So I'll be using this for a while as we go forward into the future, and yeah, I highly recommend this. I actually have a discount code for this one. I'll have that written in the description box down below if you want to give it a try. Next up, I have CeraVe. Okay, makeup removing cleansing balm. So as you can see, this is the same brand and color as the cleanser that I just spoke about. I actually picked this up when I was down in the States because they don't sell this in Canada yet, but it was just a little travel size of the makeup removing cleansing balm. Like I said, really love to use a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil as my first step to remove my makeup or my sunscreen, depending on what I have on that day. And because I loved this cleanser so much, I was so excited for this balm to come out, but I didn't end up really liking it. I didn't feel like it did a really good job of removing my makeup. I didn't really like the texture or the scent of it. Yeah, it wasn't a hit for me, so I won't be repurchasing, unfortunately. Next up, I have a little eyebrow pencil. I was actually just talking in the video that I filmed before this about the fact that I want to buy a new brow pencil, because for years now I've just been filling my brows in with tinted brow gel. It would be like a very rare occasion where I would actually use a pencil, but I was looking back at an old YouTube video the other day and I had my brows filled in with a pencil and I just feel like they looked so good. So I do want to pick up a brow pencil again. This one is from Charlotte Tilbury. I had it in the color Luscious Brow. I don't know if you need a Charlotte Tilbury brow pencil, to be honest. They are refillable, which is nice, but the packaging is kind of, I don't know, not the best. I feel like brow pencils really go through it, and so your component kind of breaks and then you need a new component anyways, so the refills aren't always super handy. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like brow pencils is one of those products that maybe you can get away with buying at the drugstore and get a similar quality. I just really love the shape of these ones. It's more of that like triangular shape as opposed to like the small little circle. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Can you see it? Can you see it here? This is the shape that I like. And yeah, I've just been using this same pencil for years, but I think maybe I'll experiment with something a little bit cheaper and see if I can find a cheaper option for myself and to share with you guys. Next up, I have a Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder. So this is my absolute favorite setting powder. This is probably my most repurchased product from Charlotte Tilbury. I use it to set underneath my eyes, to set my face. It's jet milled 3 times, so it's super, super finely milled, which means it just goes on the skin and looks so natural. It gives a really beautiful airbrushed effect to the skin. It doesn't make the skin look dry. It just sets everything perfectly and is the love of my life. So yes, I will repurchase, and I definitely already have and will continue to do so. Next up, I have another brow product. So this is the Benefit Fluff Up Brow Wax. So this was a waxy brow gel. It's not tinted. So what I was doing is I was applying this one first to just give my brows like that waxy kind of texture so that I could shape them the way that I wanted to. It also would help them kind of stay up for longer, and then I would go in with my tinted brow gel on top to help kind of fill in and tint the brow hairs. I really liked this when I was using it, but since I've run out of it, I've just been using just the straight up tinted brow gel, and I feel like I don't need both steps. It's just an extra $30 or whatever this costs for like a really minimal benefit. Although it does give a really nice texture to the brows, I just don't really feel like I need it. One thing that I did really love about this is a lot of other waxes, they come in a little like pot or jar, and you have to use a spoolie to dip in and brush up your brow hairs. But the spoolie is built in this one, which I just feel like is genius. So it saves time, it saves plastic, it saves waste. And yeah, if you're looking for a brow wax specifically, this is a really good one and I do recommend it. I just don't know if I need it in my day-to-day life. Let's talk about this. This is the Milk Makeup, what is this called? Future Fluid All Over Cream Concealer. I loved this and hated it. So I really like my concealers to work both underneath my eyes and on the rest of my face to add coverage. It's just like a 2-for-1. I don't want to have to use multiple concealers on my face when I'm getting ready every day. So I probably won't repurchase this for that reason, because I don't really like the way that this wore underneath my eyes. I feel like it creased pretty badly. Like it wasn't the worst for creasing that I've ever tried, but it wasn't the best either. But this on the face looked absolutely incredible. Like if they made this in a foundation size, I would buy it 100%. It gives such beautiful full coverage without being too matte, too dewy, too anything. It was just like perfectly soft in the middle, blurred everything out perfectly. It was super long wearing. I absolutely loved using this on my face, like especially in these areas of my face where I have dark marks, hyperpigmentation, and scarring from previous acne. This just really made everything look so smooth and perfect. So I loved this to use on the face, but not under the eyes, which is why I probably won't buy it again. But yeah, they should come out with this exact product, but in a bigger size as foundation, because it was so beautiful on the face. Next up, I have Mega Babe Thigh Rescue, another product that I bought in the States, but I think you actually can get in Canada. It looks like a little deodorant stick. It's literally what it says, Thigh Rescue Anti-Friction Stick. So if it's hot and summer and humid and you have legs that rub together when you walk, all you do is take this little stick, rub it between your legs, and you're good. You can walk around without having like crazy chafing and pain, and it's so amazing. It works so well. I remember when I first put it on, I was like, oh, this feels weird. Like it feels slick between your legs, like where your skin is rubbing together. You can feel the product there, but that's literally what's stopping your legs from rubbing together. So I got used to that feeling really quickly, and it didn't bother me at all anymore. And I would just carry this around with me and touch up every couple of hours if I needed it, or often I wouldn't even need to do that at all. And yeah, I loved having this. It smelled really nice. It worked really well. It did what it said it was going to do. So I do highly recommend this if you have that issue. Next up, another cleansing balm. I guess I go through a lot of cleansing balm. This is from the Sephora brand. This is the Melting Cleansing Balm. It says 99% from natural origin and unscented. So I did like this. I feel like it was really nice on my skin. Like after I used it, I always felt like my skin was really soft and plump and nice. However, the fact that it was unscented, I know that's actually great for a lot of people. And if you are looking for unscented products, you might like this. But something that I love about cleansing balms is that they can have like really amazing smells. The Pharmacy Green Clean, for example, which I don't think they even make anymore because I've been looking for it for a long time now, has the best smell in the whole world. It smells like limeade. Yeah, this just kind of smells like petroleum jelly. Like it kind of smells like Vaseline, which is, I don't know, a bit unpleasant to me. I don't know, that might not bother other people, but yeah, wasn't my favorite. Also, the texture of it was a lot like Vaseline. I like my cleansing balms to be a bit more balmy, a bit less Vaseline-y. The price is right with this one. You get a lot of product for a really great price. It did a great job of removing my makeup. It does not rinse clean, so you do definitely need to do a second cleanse with this. And I don't know, I might buy it again, but there are just so many cleansing balm options on the market, and I really enjoy trying different ones now that I am having to try and find a replacement for the Pharmacy Green Clean. And yeah, I don't know. The price is right, and I like the way my skin felt afterwards. Those are kind of the cliff notes. Next up, I have a blush. This is from a brand that doesn't exist anymore. A friend of mine started this brand a few years ago called Catherine Isabella, and then it kind of disappeared during the pandemic. So I think it couldn't really make it through its infancy just because of the lack of exposure that it had to the world. You can still see the color. You guys saw me using it for years and trying to use it up. It was a really beautiful bright pink. I loved the texture. I loved the color. I really loved everything about it. And if I could buy it again, I would, but I cannot. I have a Maybelline The Falsies. So I decided to try this mascara because before I started using more high-end mascaras, I used to love Maybelline The Falsies mascara. I really like the wand on here. It's natural bristles and it has a little bit of a curve to it, so it's really easy to, yeah, apply. You can really get into the lashes really easily. I liked this. I didn't love it as much as I remember loving it pre-high-end mascaras. I do feel like the drugstore has some great mascara options though. I really like Essence as a brand for mascaras. I use those in my makeup kit a lot, so I would probably buy those over this. They're probably like 10 bucks cheaper as well. The drugstore is becoming a very expensive place. Makeup in general is just shooting up like crazy. It's wild to me. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't love it as much as I used to. It was good though. All right. This I actually just used up the other night. This is again from the Body Shop. This is the hand cream in the scent Satsuma. Satsuma is a super nostalgic smell to me. It just really reminds me of my childhood for some reason. I guess I was like really obsessed with the Body Shop when I was like a preteen, and I would always go to the mall and my favorite scent was Satsuma, so I would buy Satsuma scented things, so that's why it reminds me of that time. But I really like their hand creams. They sink into the skin really quickly. I wouldn't say they're the most hydrating. Like, it's not gonna make your hands feel super hydrated for days on end or anything like that, but it does the trick. It moisturizes your hands on contact, sinks right in, smells really good, and yeah, good little hand cream. This is kind of sad. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Eye Rescue. So this is an eye cream. I really love this eye cream, but I had this for so long that it actually dried out and is kind of unusable. Beyond the fact that it's expired, and using expired things around your eyes is kind of risky. It's like unusable. You can't even blend it into the skin anymore. It's so dried out. So I feel bad about that. I do feel like I kind of wasted it, but I don't know. I'm just not big on eye cream. I prefer to buy a cream like this one right here from Reversa that is completely unscented and really like soft and gentle that I can use both on my face and on my eyes before I go to bed at night. I just, for some reason, when I have a separate eye cream, I never reach for it and use it. So yeah, I probably will stop buying eye creams and just, yeah, use night creams that I can use both on my face and my eyes, as I just said. don't want to repeat myself. I'll probably keep this packaging though, just in case I decide to buy it again, because this is another one that's refillable. So you can just pop this little guy out of here and throw that out, and then I'll just keep the component. In case I do decide I want to buy it again, then I'll just be able to buy the refill. I'm gonna have all this garbage just like sitting around in my house for in case I need it, which I feel like is such a millennial thing to do, but I can't help myself. I cannot. We're getting very late, but I still have a couple of things left. This is a sponge. I was about to say it's a beauty blender, but it's not. So I bought this little makeup sponge from Rougher, which is a makeup brush brand. I've been loving their brushes in my freelance kit the last couple of years. They came out with a makeup sponge and they had a really good deal on them. I think they were like $2 each, which is crazy because the beauty blender is literally $30. So I figured I would give it a try, and it's very different from a beauty blender. It's way more plasticky than the beauty blender. The beauty blender is really more like a sponge, and this is sort of sponge-ish, but more firm and more plasticky. Like it has a lot of like bounce back, and yeah, I used it until it started leaving little black bits on my face as I was doing my makeup. And after using it for months and months, I thought I really liked it and I would be perfectly happy to switch over to it. But then I had a brand new fresh beauty blender to switch over to when this became unusable, and the beauty blender is just like the perfect sponge to me. It's so annoying because it's so expensive, but I've tried so many alternatives and none of them are the same to me. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still a beauty blender gal, guys, okay? I'm still a beauty blender gal. I have a Jack Black Moisture Therapy Lip Balm. This is literally the best lip balm in the world. It comes in a few different scents. I used to always buy the mint, but the mint has been sold out forever. So I ended up buying the lemon and I love it even more. So I have a fresh lemon in my purse that I put on every day. But this lip balm has SPF 25 in it, first of all, so you can protect your lips in the sun in the summer. And it actually heals your lips. So many lip balms, I feel like you put them on and they just moisturize while they're on your lips, and then you need to just continue to apply it, and it never actually makes your lips feel better. This actually makes my lips feel better. It actually heals them. It's not shiny or pretty, but they smell nice and they work and they protect you from the sun, and they're perfect. It's the best lip balm ever. I've gone through so many of them, and yeah, I'll continue to buy them because they do what they're supposed to do. All right, I've got 2 things left, I think. Yeah, so one of them is a tinted brow gel. So many brow products. This was from Benefit. I think this is called the Gimme Brow. I accidentally bought this little mini because I was ordering online and I didn't realize what I was buying. It's fine. Like, it was fine. I prefer the Glossier Boy Brow and the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows. I just like the wands and the formula on those better. I liked the color of this, which is an issue that I have with Glossier. I feel like their brown is just too dark. They need something between their brown and their lightest shade, which is a huge bonus for Benefit. They have so many different shades to choose from. But yeah, I don't know if I would buy it again just because I have other ones from other brands that I like better. And then the last thing that I have here is this Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip. So I have something to say about this because yeah, it's pretty funny. I literally was like digging it out with my finger. When I first bought this and the first couple times I was using it, I was really talking shit about this, guys, because it has this awful smell and taste when you put it on your lips. It's kind of a coconutty, yeah, like coconutty tropical smell, which is just, ugh, like it smells awful. And when you put it on, it tastes waxy, and I just really did not like the smell or the taste of it. Yet somehow I ended up using the entire thing and literally digging it out with my fingernail because yeah, the product inside besides the taste and the smell was really good. Honestly, this color, the color Rose, was so beautiful. If I had no other makeup on and I just wanted a little something on my lips, like if I was going to the gym or the grocery store or whatever, it was just the perfect color for that. It was really nice and like juicy, and yeah, looked really beautiful on the lips. But because of the taste and the scent, I feel okay, guys, my camera battery died and this one is dying too, so I need to wrap this up. That means I've been filming for a really long time because the big camera, the battery never dies on me on that one. But anyways, guys, just to finish this up, the Makeup by Mario, whatever this is, I'll put a picture of it here, is the same as this, except it doesn't have the gross smell or the gross taste. Get that one over this one. Guys, I'm literally onto my third camera. The battery died on this one too. Ugh, I'm dead in more ways than one. I'm exhausted. I feel like I've been talking nonstop for hours because I have. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. You know I always love sharing my empties with you. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.